righty. Well, some things have changed in here. Holy cow, step away for a couple of months and dang. But hey, everybody, wanted to check in, see what all was going on with everybody, make sure everybody's doing okay. Let you know that I'm okay. Things are what they are. Some of you have kept up. You know, I've been a little busy with this, that, or the other. Got a video I'm working on. I have run into a Green Wizard client, friend of mine, that's going to be leaving her garden and changing residences. And because of a bunch of stuff she's had going on this year, she was unable to do anything with her garden. But she's going to allow me to videotape it and give you her feedback on what she had dealt with and what changes occurred. So look for an update video coming. Not this one. This is just me shooting the breeze with everybody. I got some decent feedback on the smoker video that I put together. If you guys want more of that, let me know, because I love barbecue. You know, anything outdoorsy, what have you. I did stop doing lawnmower weekly reviews, what have you. I was gathering those up on Facebook, but apparently some people up in Michigan didn't like the fact that my grass grows that well. They didn't want to hear about it. Hey, Miss Susan, Mr. Mike Wolf is in the house. How you been, buddy? But yeah, so I stopped because I know I'm kind of stepping on toes when you got the governing bodies telling everybody stay in the house, don't do this, don't do that, don't do, you know, and there I am just flaunting all of what I'm doing, and they're not even allowed out of their house. I get it. Awesome, Mike. Well, like I said earlier, you know, and it right before you guys came in, I'm gonna do a video of a garden that was ignored this year because the lady was too busy. She had tried gardening in a clay situation in this yard until she got a hold of my book and the incredible differences that the information made. So there's going to be some, another video coming out with her input on it and a video of what the garden looks like. I'm going to take a rototiller to it and show you what's going on in there. Now I know it's cold, so you're not going to see the worm sign as well. The worms are starting to go deep and that kind of stuff, but you'll get the idea. I'll do what I can when editing this thing and see if I can't get in close enough with the camera to really show what's going on. But I wanted to check in. You know, I've had a few emails, people asking what's been going on with my garden, how I keep motivated to just keep going after the garden. And it's like, you strive for perfection. You know, you get to 1 degree of one thing that you can grow really, really well. And then you compete with other people near you. Give them the information, and just compete. See who does better with what. And it makes it much more fun. And that's why the book's dedicated to Ray. You know, he was the one that got me back into it. And with him and I, it was constant competition. You know, there he is dumping water, city water, full of chlorine and what have you, on his garden every day, trying to keep this thing alive. And I'm not doing anything. And it drove him bonkers. Why was my garden doing so well, and this and that, and why did everything taste so good? Da, da, da. It's all in the book. He just missed out. He just missed out. Mike, you're going to have an awesome, awesome yard, even if all you do is the grass. The only thing I suggest is that you keep in mind, garlic, not only for growing and for your health, but it keeps bugs away, certain types of bad bugs you don't want around your yard. Um, and if you have pets and what have you, it helps with them. It keeps the fleas and ticks away. Past that point, even if it's on a corner lot, you can still let garlic run wild in bushes and what have you. They'll find a way. Garlic's hardy as can be and does some incredible stuff to the soil. Mike, shoot me a picture. Drop me an email and shoot me a picture of the overall size of the garden, which is north, south, east, west, what have you. As to your tree line, I don't need the address and all that, so I can Google Earth it. But just shoot me a picture and let me know what the soil looks like. And I can give you 1,001 suggestions as to what to go after. First things first, though, being an unknown garden area, the first thing you want to plant, and I tell every gardener this, make sure you plant sunflowers. Reason being, you don't know what's in that soil. And the sunflower has the ability to go in and pull out toxic chemicals, turn them not so toxic, and convert them within their own plant and store those toxic chemicals in the plant. The first year, you do not want to harvest the sunflowers to eat them. Okay, harvest the seeds, not the sunflower itself. Don't eat any of those. They may be slightly toxic, but it'll clean the garden for you. The whole point of the Green Wizard's Guide is to do things easier, less labor, less work, and get the best results. Growing sunflowers will nullify everything in that garden and throughout your yard, wherever they're growing. So you may have to put up with them 1 year and not have, massive crops that year, but you're going to have better soil and you not have to spend a dime. Well, you got to watch for runoff there. So what you're going to want to do in that slope area is the Epsom salt. You're going to want to punch aerate, not don't get an aeration machine that does the plugs. No. You could go around there with a pitchfork, okay? Throw a handful of salt, pitchfork. Handful of salt, pitchfork. That's all I'm talking about. And let those minerals that are in the Epsom salt start saturating that area. And it will start storing water more. Because the last thing you want to do is be watering your yard. And Epsom salt is an incredible trick very few people understand and know about. But yeah, we'll get you there. We'll get you there, Mike. We'll get you there. This first year you get in, let's just prep everything. Okay? Gather garlic, get some sunflower seeds so that once you get in there, you can get started. The garlic will amend the soil and help the soil. That's a harvest in July. Now, where you're moving to, I believe you can get 2 growing seasons. So you can harvest it and turn right around and put it right back in the ground and get another grow out of it. It's easier if you have dried, but we're talking about less is more. Start with just the minimal from the grocery store, dried, throw it in the ground. And then the following season, you're going to have 5 times as much or 4 times as much. And you do it again and so on. And you'll just continue to grow the amount you have. So you'll start with $4 or $5 worth of garlic and end up with a couple of $100 and be giving the stuff away because you'll have too much. But you're going to have the best soil, bug-free, naturally. That's the direction we're headed. And you want the least amount of work. Garlic dude, there's nothing to do. You stick it in the ground and walk away. When it turns brown, you run it over with a lawnmower. You either harvest it at that point or you leave it in the ground and let it go again. It's one of those things. But I just wanted to check in with everybody, make sure everybody's healthy. Um, everybody's up on their game. I know a couple of you are probably wondering where the next book is. You know, and I've said it in the past, and I don't mean to be beating people with it, but the book sales are down. Didn't go anywhere. People don't understand the dilemma we're in. The food shortages haven't been reported yet. And you're going to regret. This book's important. This book's important. It changes people's lives. Now, some people want to complain, oh my God, my yard, I got to cut grass too much, and da-da-da. But when you apply these methods to a garden, imagine what you get. And it will change everything. Yeah, it's thegreenwizard@hotmail.com. I didn't put it in the description of this one, so you're not going to find it, but I just wanted to pop in real quick, say a few things. I have got a very large smoke going tomorrow. I'm going to try and put a video out. I don't know if I'll do any live streaming about it, but there will be a final video when I'm finished of the big smoke I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know how many pounds of Texas ribs I'm being given today. I guess I'll find out when she comes back. Anybody's guess, but I know at least 2 of my smokers have to come out for this. I may have to pull the barbecue out too. I don't know yet. I don't know. You know, I start those at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, depending on what I've got and how thawed they are. I love barbecue. Love it, love it, love it. And I got some decent feedback, so I'm assuming you guys enjoy it. So, you know, if the whole point of the question is, do you guys want those live videos on Green Wizard? I don't know. Leave comments, you know, email me, let me know, shoot me text messages on Facebook, whatever. Because I know we've got a lot of great barbecuers out there. I've got a local here that I really need to get with one day because he is really, really close. And go hang out with him. He's got a Blackstone. I envy him so much. But I do a completely different type of barbecue. You know, Mr. Leprechaun, you know who you are, my friend, my next door neighbor. We will get together. Like I said, if you need snowplowed, because I know you're going to watch this video, if you need snowplowed, I'm still going to put the blade on the truck, even though I'm stepping out of the business and not doing it commercially anymore with my truck. The company called and wants me to drive their truck this year and not walk away. Mr. Grizz, what's going on, my friend? Speaking of another guy who's getting ready to start putting the system to work, Mike Wolf, Grizz has some homemade stuff. And this is the point of all of this. He has built an aeration system to drag behind his tractor to open things up and to get things going. You don't need all of this store-bought stuff. That's what people misunderstand. When you go back to nature and back to basics and you get into the Green Wizard system, simple is best. There's a completely different way to go about it. Dude, I don't do Instagram. Post some videos on I mean, Instagram and Twitter and this and all of the snipples and snapper chats and what I don't have a clue on. You know, look, I'm lucky to be able to do this. I couldn't even figure out how to get in this morning because I've been gone for 2 months and StreamYards was set up completely different. I'm like, what did I do wrong? What did I miss? Something's not right here. And then there's an update and there's this and whatever. Miss 320, how you been? How you been, sweetie? There's another one using this system. Hope your garden turned out. Haven't heard from you. I know you've been busy, and I know you got other things. we won't go into, but yeah, watching my time here because I've got to get into the garage. I've got to move some things around. I've got one snowplow blade in front of another snowplow blade. I need to get them both moved so I can switch out and just make more room. I've got to dig my way in, move the Harley, move some other machines to get at my barrel smoker and get it out because I need it for the smoke tomorrow, this morning, well, whatever. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. How's your worm count look? That's the other side to this. Oh, absolutely, Grizz. Absolutely. You know, one of the biggest, and it shocks me. One of the biggest things that everybody talks about, and it's a tidbit from the book, but everybody talks about corn gluten. Oh my God, it's so bad for you. Oh my God, this. Oh my God, you got to get away from it. It's bad for this and it's bad for that. But did you know that that same bad corn gluten is the ultimate weed killer? Because not only does it go in and kill weed seed, it turns right around and turns back into nitrogen 6 weeks later. So it's going to kill the weeds and then feed the garden and feed the soil. These are tricks you use to knock out work in the garden. When you pour that stuff on, you don't pull weeds in the garden because you don't have any. Hey, Miss Gemma. Hi, sweetie. Hope you're doing well. Oh, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's awesome, Mike. Oh, no, Gemma. I understand. But Gemma, so many follow you and you can't melt down like that. I mean, but I understand. Believe me. Um, I've had some situations here of late. Um, a few of you saw it. Grizz, I was hoping for some feedback from you on it. Um, I did a deck, a custom deck for somebody. I had to lift half the house to get this deck in because it was another half-inch bigger than the original deck that I had to remove that was in such bad shape. But I did some other things on the deck, and you were the one guy I was hoping to hear back. You may not have seen the video. It was just like a Ron update video or something, and it shows wooden steps as it starts. I think that's the thumbnail. But I was hoping for some feedback from you. Um, but anyhow, so yeah, I can't really hang out. I can't stay. I just wanted to stop in, say hi to everybody, say I'm doing okay. The world is what it is. Um, I'm still waiting on some feedback and some suggestions or some requests for the next book, or even some video ideas. The big one was, well, with my garden, how do I keep motivated to keep after it? It's like, wait, what part of the book did you miss? You don't have to continually chase your garden if it soaks up its own water, it's weed free, and it's growing like wildfire. The only thing you have to do, maybe once a week, is go out there and train it a little bit, keep track of some things. Because when I say it'll grow like wildfire, I'm not kidding. When tomato plants take off and go wherever they want to go, 19 feet, you've got a problem on your hands. When pumpkin plants take over the entire yard, you've got a problem on your hands. Okay. Um, so it's not work. It's enjoyable. And when you turn around and you get to harvest time and your abundance and your flavors are so much better than your neighbors, it makes it fun. But you got to have that competition with your neighbor. Now, I know in some cases, you don't communicate with your neighbors. I have a bunch of those, but I do my best to leave those doors open with all of them. Oh, I know, Mike. You're going to have a good time down there. There's a lot of great people. 320's down there. She's in the room right now. She's down in Texas with you. Yeah, and I understand Texas is huge. She may not be right next door, but she's in the same state. It could be an hours and hours drive, but um, you never know. You can help each other out. You may be closer than you think. You just never know. I mean, YouTube is an incredible world. The internet makes the world so much smaller. Uh, and between us, with all of the gathered knowledge, um, Gemma and her world and her outlook on life, and Grizz with his past and his abilities and his talents. Um, when we all start getting together and start sharing all of this information, I mean, look at Jeff and John, retired chef who's out here daily, practically sharing his knowledge with us as to how to cook certain things and different ways to go. And wow, just incredible people, incredible channels. All of you need to pat yourselves on the back. I appreciate each and every one of you, because you guys are teaching me things I've never would have thought of in a million years, because I am so much into the soil and into getting on the Harley and outgrowing my neighbors and having the best yard in town. And um, you know, I've picked up more clients this year to cut lawn who are begging me to help them next year have a lawn somewhat close to mine. And of course, that sold books, but at the same time, it's like, sure, gladly, I'll help you. We'll go completely organic and watch the difference in your yard. You can stop watering, quit wasting the money that they're overcharging you. We can go a different way and still have the most incredible yards in the city. It's not complicated. It's just an understanding of what's going on in the soil. Um, More worms, Grizz. Uh, well, because of the circumstances you were dealing with, you need more organic matter. I was looking at that. Um, you had done a video and you had sideswiped or something, following a chicken, I believe it was, and I caught a glimpse of some of your what you've got going on there, and you're missing so much organic material that can be rototilled in, that can be crushed down, and well, you know where I'm going. Um, well, Gemma, that's just it. We've all got our different talents and we've all got our abilities, and we need to share them, and we're doing that here on YouTube. Yeah, the restrictions, yeah, the this, and yeah, the that, yeah, but we're making do. We may not all be paid for channels, and we may not be internet millionaires, but we're contributing something. All those old videos, all that old knowledge, Grizz in his sawmill. I mean, come on, there are some videos there that cover some information you never would have thought of. Good, good, good. Remember what I said? Hint of ammonia. Call them worms in. Um, and that other sweet stuff. I don't want to go too far. I mean, most of you have the book, so you know where I'm hinting. Um, those that don't get the book, The Green Wizard's Guide. It'll change your world. in very simple ways. You know, this year, as weird as 2020 has been, and I'm waiting for the aliens to arrive next, um, as weird as it has been, um, they're showing a lot of pictures of a lot of damage, like from the tornadoes and what have you that swept through the nation, um, where whole yards are rolled up with a tree. I mean, it picked up all the grass in the entire yard and it all went up in the air because the roots have no depth. Because the NPK system, the chemicals used just sit there and they burn out the roots and they stop the soil from working and stop things from going on. People have got to they've got to see what's really going on. They've got to look at what's being reported and look at the circumstances and understand we're killing ourselves trying to be the next, garden master. And nature is the ultimate master. We're all doing it wrong. Just because the chemical companies are out there pounding away, use glyphosates, it'll stop all the weeds. Yeah, but it'll kill you and your yard in the process. Or vice versa. It'll kill your yard and you in the process. There's a better way. There's a better way. Hey, Mr. Mike, what's going on, my friend? Oh, no, Mike, you haven't missed anything. I have not had this thing turned on in 2 months. I've got a bunch of stuff going on today. I've got to get ready for the barbecue in the morning. I'm doing an all-day smoke on some Texas-style ribs. I just don't know how many pounds. But I figured I better get in here and say something just to prove I'm not dead. Because some of you wonder, it's kind of weird. I'm there and I'm not, but I've got a lot going on. Grizz, I hope you check that video out and give me some feedback. I don't want to hold you up all that much longer. I know a lot of you are getting ready to go into lunch break or lunch hour or what have you. Oh, Grizz, shut up. Come in here cussing like that. Somebody boot him. Somebody. Don't be in here cussing like that. That's just not right. Miss JC. Hugs, my friend. Hugs. Yes, I've been looking at that, and as soon as I've got I got to get back to work, buddy. World's kind of weird right now for me. I've got some things going on. I am going to go back to snow plowing again this year. I won't be able to record it. I will be in a company truck, so I won't be able to do any live streaming this year from there. I don't think. I got to ask. I have to ask. But yeah, I mean, people look at my resume, they love the resume, and then they see that I'm, 52 years old, and they immediately pass. He's going to want too much money. He's a great fit, but yeah, too old. Whatever. It is what it is. Anyhow, blackberries, buddy, you better save some of those seeds. Mike Wolf might want some, and you're not far from him to be able to mail some that direction. Oh, thank you so much, Gemma. But look, guys, I'm not going to hang because I have to get this stuff done. I've got to get some sleep. I've got about 2.5, 3 hours before she shows up with the amount of meat, and I have a clue as to exactly what I've got to deal with and what's going on. And I really look forward to it. I'm going to enjoy an all-day smoke like that, and yeah, I'll post. Those of you that have me on Facebook, I'll post throughout the day. I'll put that all together as a final at the end of the day and get that out to all of you guys. Give me some feedback. Take a look at my other all-day smoke video. Let me know what you thought of that one. Those were some pretty nice little steaks. And I say that teasingly. You'll have to go look. Little Steaks. That's a tease. That's a pun on words here. But I appreciate y'all. I appreciate all my friends. I really do. Thank you so much. I know I've been vacant and been gone for, like I said, a couple of months doing my thing. Um, but I'm slowly starting to head back this direction. I've got that video coming out that I've still got to do some finals on and sit down and do that interview with her. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate all you've got to teach us. And we'll be in touch. Okay. I appreciate y'all stopping in. Y'all have a great day. I'll see you sometime tomorrow.